Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Baltimore Ravens taking on Tyler Huntley and the Cleveland Browns.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by an electric third-year player from the University of Utah, Tyler Huntley.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way. Not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Right to the air is Huntley. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Spins by. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
And that hold goes to wipe away a big return.
And I know from the outside in, you think, why are you holding? Just make sure you don't grab anyone. But you want to keep people away from your return guy. And sometimes those sudden moves, that speed, you reach out and inadvertently do something, and the penalty flag comes out.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ball again on 2nd down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The Ravens at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Garrett Wilson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns' drive about to get started. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore is set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. Now a dump off here complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. It's Lawrence rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Huntley to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Huntley. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Here's Huntley. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Maher is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Garrett Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. So we're at halftime here. And the message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On first down, right back to Hall. He'll take this to the 46. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on second and 8. Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On play action, Lawrence on the move to his left. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. So that challenge, a successful one. Second down and goal. Lawrence. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Huntley, quick completion here to Johnson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Huntley Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They go play action with Lawrence. Steps away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. To throw on 2nd down. Huntley buying time to his left. Bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes right side. The 30. 10. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's yet another loss.